You told me you play who you play.
Shannon, you want to know the truth?
Yep.
This cakewalk of a finals victory actually hurts LeBron's far-fetched GOAT case more than it helps it.
How?
This is an epic mismatch. This ring should be made of cubic zirconia.
Oh, no. Oh,
yes,
no,
cubic
bro. Oh,
zirconia.
no.
Because this one has a big old asterisk beside it.
We're not doing that, Skip.
We're doing it. I'm doing it for you. Michael Jordan never had a path this easy to a ring. And obviously, you have even agreed with this, had never had a finals opponent as weak as the Miami Heat, the 5th seed in the Eastern Conference.
God, what a grumpy old man. Alright, look, so I get it. We all have players that we simply love too much and we don't like change about those players. So if we have a player to a certain standard, we want that player to stay at that standard for as long as possible, no matter who else comes on the scene. But dog, did you just say this man LeBron James winning a ring hurts his legacy? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I can't let you slide. If I got on Danny, if I got on Markieff, there's no way I'm letting you slide, bro. So, Mr. Bayless, welcome to the gulag that is my channel. Because funny enough, Danny Green had it easy. I had to talk about the entire Lakers roster. But Skip, this is just about you. Like a 10-minute video just about you, my guy. And this video was highly requested, so I gotta go hard on you, bro. I'm sorry. Or maybe I'm not, because dude, what the hell was that? So exactly what was LeBron supposed to do against the Heat? Was he supposed to lose? Was he not supposed to make the finals at all? Like, what was gonna happen? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, Mr. Bayless, if LeBron lost to the Heat, I don't even want to imagine that, bro. Oh my God. I wouldn't be able to take back some of the things I would have said, bro. My channel would have saw the woo, no question. But as it turns out, LeBron is one of the best players who ever played basketball, so yeah, that didn't happen. So because he won a finals MVP and because he's a 4-time champion, he is now a worse player to you? Like, where's this coming from? Do the Heat just suck now? Like, is that the new narrative? Because of all changing narratives that happened this season, I'm not seeing enough of, oh, Jimmy Butler's top 5, Jimmy Butler's top 10. I'm not seeing that at all. And am I saying Jimmy is either of those things? Probably not. But at the end of the day, that narrative was supposed to be a thing, right? Y'all was ready to call Dame the best point guard in the league because Steph Curry ain't play. But this man ranking doesn't move at all after he gives you a 40-point triple-double in the finals. This man beat LeBron in 80 twice, took out Giannis in 5, and then took out Boston in 6. The two teams that everybody favored were going to come out the East were both the Bucks and the Celtics. Both taken out by the Heat squad. Jimmy Butler clearly is a better player than we thought he was, and the Heat are a worse team for it. In fact, they're just the 5th seed. But when Kevin Durant, the guy who you think is the best player in the world, beats up on the 4th seed Cavs team, who, let's just be honest here, only has LeBron on it, nothing to be said. Or when Tim Duncan beats up on the 07 Cavs, again, nothing to be said. Oh, Sage, you're actually missing a point there. You see, the Cavs were a 2 seed. Sure, you're not wrong at all. In fact, you're absolutely right. They were 2 seed. But listen here, motherfucker. It was obvious that it was just LeBron James. In fact, the feat was LeBron James even making the finals to begin with. And isn't it so convenient that these two hypocrisies both are against LeBron James in the finals? It's like I'm really doing a video on an analyst and all of the takes are about LeBron James. Like, that's a problem, dude. Skip, I can't lie. You gotta tighten up. Now, I understand we're holding him to the highest standard here and it's often for the GOAT debate. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm not a liar. Out of all the finals teams that MJ and LeBron have faced, this is definitely the worst. But I just got one question. What the fuck does that have to do with literally anything? Like, all of this shit is so stupid, bro. Like, let's really think about it. First of all, can we clear this up once and for all? LeBron can't choose who he goes against. But then on top of that, y'all say he would lose to them niggas anyway. I'm gonna keep it short because I've said this take several times. But when LeBron played the Blazers, oh, who's gonna guard Dame? Who's gonna guard CJ? They're a bad offensive team going against one of the best offenses in the league. They were really like a 2 seed as an 8 seed. And my favorite one out of all of them was easily the, oh, if Dame and CJ get hot. The Lakers take them out in 5 games and now all of a sudden they're an 8 seed that plays no defense. They go to Houston and even though it's diluted a little bit, it's pretty much the same thing. Because technically James Harden and Russell Westbrook are better than Dame and CJ, so now all of a sudden the Rockets are gonna win in 7 games. Oh yeah, and they're shorter, so they're better. Beat them in 5 and apparently now everybody understands what small ball actually is. Then we go to Denver and everybody says the Lakers are gonna win except if they get a 3-1 lead. Because the Denver Nuggets got grit and are comeback kids. Beat them in 5 and then everybody goes, oh wait, they didn't even play the Clippers. Yeah, LeBron, you ducked the Clippers. When how the hell is it LeBron James' fault that Kawhi Leonard blew a 3-1 lead? And yes, Kawhi Leonard blew a 3-1 lead. Stop pushing it all on Playoff P. In fact, I'm making a Kawhi video later. Stop pushing all this shit on Playoff P, Doc Rivers, all this stuff. The entire Clippers roster sucks. Don't get it twisted. Like, them boys folded like shit. But Kawhi Leonard was trash in Game 7. It's just that simple. Like, bro was dog shit. My bad if I got too loud there, but let's just put it this way. If LeBron was a Clipper and he blew a 3-1 lead, say goodbye. And speaking of Kawhi Leonard, this Jolly Green jackass known as Skip Bayless over here calls Kawhi number 2 for an entire year, then sides back the very second he is the biggest threat to LeBron James. Yo, that is so insane considering he's a Spurs fan, bro. Tighten the fuck up, bro. Oh my God. And the crazy thing about Skip Bayless is when he's not talking about LeBron James or Tom Brady, I gotta keep it 100. This dude knows what the fuck he's talking about. Like, Skip Bayless isn't dumb. But once you mention LeBron James, Tom Brady, the Dallas Cowboys, or any other bias that I'm not currently thinking of, it just comes out to straight inconsistencies and it's just looking like troll, which it probably is. And once he starts slandering you, it's really nothing you can do to change his mind. Like, again, this man LeBron James won a ring and he said it hurt his legacy. I'm sorry, I've been stuck on that for a while, but the whole kill is LeBron is the only player in history, and I'm dead serious when I say this, the only player in history who gets punished for making the finals. Cause Skip, when we mention LeBron's 3 rings, now it's 4, bitch. But yeah, whenever we're talking about LeBron's rings, Skip loves to talk about how Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook were babies. They didn't know what they were doing. They're a young team. And then you try to put an asterisk on this. So let's really talk about LeBron's entire finals record then. In 2007, that doesn't count, because what the fuck? How the hell was he going to beat Tim Duncan? Not only just Tim Duncan, of course, but he had arguably the greatest basketball coach in history, an all-star guard in Tony Parker, and arguably the greatest 6 man of all time in Manu. And not only was Tim Duncan on the all-defensive team, which of course he is, as he's one of the greatest defensive players of all time, but they also had Bruce Bowen, who a lot of people forget about. All of that going for the Spurs, and then who LeBron got? Larry Hughes, the Big Z, Drew Gooden, and Boobie Gibson. For Skip Bayless and all the other LeBron haters, can y'all just keep it 100? All you guys do is want LeBron to have maximum expectations with minimal help, and not only if he fails to do it if he gets punished, but if he doesn't do it in the way that you want him to, he gets punished. Let me tell you how absurd I think Skip Bayless and all Bron haters are. In this year's Game 5, instead of passing to Danny Green, what if LeBron hit a step back at the buzzer? They wouldn't even talk about it. They would just talk about the fact that the Heat suck. But let's take this a bit further. What if LeBron didn't choke in Dallas? What if they just beat Dallas? They didn't play Kobe and the Lakers. Dallas was an overrated team that just had Dirk Nowitzki and got hot. And just one more time, let's take it even a bit higher, because Skip Bayless is a whole nut. I guarantee you, in 2015, if Kyrie and K-Love didn't get hurt and the Cavs actually did win the championship and it went to 7 games, Skip Bayless would have told you they should have swept them. And if y'all think I'm capping, check me out. Come on, LeBron, you can't beat a 6'3" light skin in Under Armours? It took you 7 games to beat him? All he does is shoot. He can't finish on you. Why didn't you guard him and take away the 3 ball? You're not even the finisher on the team. You got Kyrie to finish the games for you. This should have been a sweep. Maybe the voice don't match, but on Jesus Christ, that sounds like some shit that Skip would say. No cap, it's a reach, but I really do not put it past him. I just don't. But whenever Skip do run out of excuses for LeBron, he always goes back to this. I'm not even about to lie. Hey, Stephen A, you come over here too, bruh. Stephen A is not necessarily a LeBron hater, but they both be like this. At the end of the day, no matter what LeBron James does, he will never pass Michael Jordan because the era he plays in is soft. I'm gonna conclude with this because there's 2 reasons as to why that take is one of the dumbest long-standing takes I've ever heard. Reason number 1, I understand if we're talking about Steph Curry. I understand if we're talking about Kyrie Irving. I understand if we're talking about James Harden. And funny enough, I would even understand if we was talking about Kevin Durant. Y'all talking about LeBron not being tough and physical enough for your liking? Motherfucker, do you watch the games? This man LeBron James is 6'8", 6'9", going on 260. Like, dog, what are you talking about? How many people in league history do you know that are stronger than LeBron James? And why they act like everybody that played in them eras had they spinach? Like, bruh, Steve Kerr gonna stop LeBron from going to the paint? Fuck no! Hey, LeBron, you can't drive this, bro. It's only Kukoc down there. Like, bro, what are you talking about? The same way everyone argues LeBron would score less back then, it's a good argument he could score more. Or even if his points per game drop, his assist totals would be off the charts. And then I know a lot of y'all that take too long to sharpen your pencil in class gonna be in the comment section talking about some, oh, LeBron be flopping. Kyle Lowry flops. Marcus Smart flops. Offensively, James Harden has a whole career off of flopping. I'm not saying James Harden sucked, but it's just true. LeBron James does not flop like either of them, and if you really think that, you're really just lying. And you know LeBron was drafted before Steph Curry, right? This man LeBron James won 2 MVPs before 2010. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when Kobe won the championship in 2010, I never heard anybody saying the league was soft. I never heard anybody say Kobe Bryant was playing in a soft NBA. I never heard that shit. LeBron James in any era of basketball is thriving, so let's stop the era bullshit, bro. Not a lot of players in league history are stronger than LeBron James anyway, so cut it out. But reason number 2 as to why the era thing is stupid, and get ready for this one, guys. Whether it's necessarily softer or not, you guys know that the players today are like commonly way better than the players back then. Like, I do know playing basketball for more years develops players who are better at basketball. For example, let's take a guy like John Stockton. Hall of Fame player player top 50 all time. When I'm telling you that Dame Lillard would drop John Stockton the fuck off, I'm not playing. I know it's not a one-on-one league, but if we're talking pure talent, Damian Lillard shits on John Stockton. We can all agree to that, right? Like, John Stockton is a better passer and a better defender, but Dame Lillard is such a better scorer, I would say it surpasses John Stockton's ability. Even if you disagree with that, and I'm not going to do a bunch of random player debates, but the point is, the players today are more skilled than the players back then. And even though the rules and play calling may be softer, not even just NBA players, the human race has just developed more athleticism. Jesse Owens is one of the greatest sports competitors of all time, but Jesse Owens isn't even near the top 15 fastest dudes on the planet. There are special players back then who will not be disrespected. I'm not saying that, but there's way too many analysts today who just write off this era because it's soft, especially when it comes to LeBron James of all people. So in conclusion, LeBron James can't control who the hell he goes against. I would advise you to talk about what he does on the court, but let's just be honest here, all the LeBron haters really don't want to do that. In fact, they only talk about LeBron on the court if he didn't shoot the last shot or if it's 2011. And Skip Bayless, my question to you is, who's gonna be next? When LeBron finally does retire, who are you gonna do this to next, bro? Because this shit is kind of insane. You punish LeBron for making the finals with bad teams, you punish LeBron for trusting his teammates, and now you punish LeBron if he wins. Motherfucker, what's wrong with you, bro? Like, tighten the hell up. Skip, I personally have no issue with you, but at the end of the day, you gotta relax, bro. Because at the end of the day, when LeBron James finally does retire, unless you confess to trolling, you're gonna have almost a 2-decade file of you hating on this man. And that's just not a good look, bro. He's a great player. But that's gonna do it for today's video. It's been your boy TSO Sage. If I gotta be very forward with you guys, I didn't want to do this video at first due to the fact that I know B-Souls was gonna do it, and he's been doing this, and he's like way more established than I am. But I put a poll up, and that shit said 75%. I was like, all right, bro, I gotta go ahead and tighten up. Go ahead and talk about Skip for a little bit. So I went on and did this video for the culture. Skip, you've been to the Gulag, which is my channel, and guess what?
You got your ass kicked.
But now that I'm done talking about the grumpy old troll who lives under the bridge, if you guys like the video, don't forget to like the video. If you guys like my content, subscribe. It means a lot. And it's been your boy TSO Sage. I'ma holla at y'all next video. Take care and stay blessed.